We actually met at a bar here in Stoughton about 5 years ago, and then didn't really start talking until we started hanging out about a year after that. So we've been together almost 4 years now. So, oh my goodness, it's cloudy, and it's gonna rain.
I was still trying to get my vows together. still writing stuff. Woke up a little groggy, a little too many cocktails last night.
You know, I didn't get nervous until I put my dress on. Once I got my dress on, all my nerves hit me, and I kind of freaked out a little bit.
Just like them old stars, see that you come so far, be right where you are. How old is your soul? Now don't give up on us, even if it's sky.
Today was good. A little hot, a little long.
The best man left the rings at my buddy's house.
I forgot the rings.
They forgot the rings.
Lucas and I show up at Jutton's house. We're the first ones there, and Jutton's just there sitting around chilling. And Pony shows up finally, and he's got like a plastic bag, and like, here, giving this to you now, so you don't forget. So we go to breakfast and whatnot. We come back, we get all dressed, hop in the limo.
How you feeling?
Good. Rock. You know, she has just pulled up outside in the limo, and the officiant and I are walking inside, and she mentions, you got the rings. I'm like, I'm ready to rock.
Shawndra's vows. You have yours.
Yep.
And Pony has the rings.
Yes. Somewhere. You should have the rings. And she mentions, you got the rings. I'm like, yeah, I think so. And she goes, oh, let me go check. She goes out back.
I'll go double check.
Yeah, make sure he's got the rings. I hope the best man remember the rings. She comes back nonchalant. I'm like, oh. Phew. All of a sudden I see my buddy Jutton rush in, this look of panic on his face, and he runs to my buddy Harkins, who's playing the guitar for us, you know, asking for his keys. So I knew right then that they forgot him.
I was in the limo waiting, and I saw Jutton leave, who was one of the groomsmen.
Oh, I just changed the clothes and
One thing, Pony.
forgot to put them in my pocket. It happens.
That's all you had to do is one thing, and you forget the rings.
Jutton went by himself. I don't know why Pony didn't go. He's the one that forgot him, but he barreled down 90 miles an hour all the way there and back to go retrieve the rings. Well, I don't even know. I didn't even look down to see how long it was, but yeah, it was a bit, and it was hot. So my poor guests are sitting there in the heat. My old neighbor Mike Carpenter said, so are there any snafus or anything? I'm like, yeah, we had a couple. He's like, well, you got married, right? I'm like, yeah, well, mission accomplished.
Oh well, it worked out.
So yeah, everything went pretty good. Yeah, I gotta make a T-shirt for this guy about this too. His birthday's coming up soon. I was anxious because of the delay we had.
So that was really the only mishap. Very, very hot today, but yeah. I was nervous when I was in limo waiting, and then once I got up and I had Lucas and Natalie on my arms and the doors open, I felt like a big sigh of relief.
Everything she had kept a complete secret from me, the dress and all that. It had been in and out of her house a few times. And
oh my goodness, this is really happening. That was the biggest, I guess it doesn't hit you and it's not real until you see him walking down the aisle. Hi, honey.
Even if the skies get low, giving you my love, still looking up.
Then I got up by Mike and wasn't nervous then. Felt perfect.
Welcome everybody. My name is Lori Stotler and it is my honor to be officiating the ceremony today between Shawndra and Michael. We wish to express a special welcome and offer our blessings to the children, Lucas and Natalie. May you each feel like valued and appreciated members of this family and love and care for one another as we know how to throughout our lives. We acknowledge the couple's love and appreciation of family members who are participating in the ceremony. and show gratitude to you. The guests who are choosing to be present for this ceremony and help to make memories of this wonderful celebration that Michael and Shawndra will remember for life. We're gathered here together in the presence of these guests to celebrate love in all its forms, but especially the love that makes a commitment between two people. This kind of love is not afraid to make promises, nor is it afraid to work and struggle. This is the kind of love that creates an anchor between two people. It also anchors a community. We celebrate and applaud the love and the promises that Michael and Shawndra will be giving. May they always be a living hope for the future and remind us of love for all of us. Shawndra and Michael, this is the time that you've chosen to share your wedding vows and life commitment to each other. We're here not only to witness your marriage, but to wish you every happiness in your future life together. Marriage is founded on sincerity and trust and understanding, which leads to tolerance, confidence, and trust. We believe that those qualities which have attracted you both to one another can be best developed through a life spent together. A happy marriage will enable you to establish a home with love and stability where your family and friends will always be welcome. I remind you to treat yourselves and each other with respect. Remind yourselves often of what brought you together, and make a priority to the sharing, tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your connection deserves. When frustration, difficulty, and fear enter your relationship, as they will at some point in any relationship, remember to focus on what is right between you. In this way, you can ride out the storms when the clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there, as will your love for each other. If each of you take responsibility for the quality of your life together, it will be marked by abundance and delight. Can I hand your flowers to your maid of honor? I'm going to share a reading called The Joining of Hands, so feel free to look into each other's hands as I read. These hands holding yours on your wedding day are the hands of your best friend, strong and full of love, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years. With the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will help you hold your family as one, and that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching out for yours. At this time, I'm going to ask Lucas and Natalie to join us up here as we begin a sand ceremony. Michael and Shawndra, in a few moments, you'll seal your relationship by the giving and receiving of rings. And this covenant is a relationship pledge between two people who agree that they will commit themselves to one another through their lives. Today, your relationship is symbolized through the pouring of these two individual containers of white sand, one representing you, Michael, of all that you were, all that you are, and all that you ever will be. And the other representing you, Shawndra, of all that you were, and all that you are, and all that you ever will be. There are two children, Lucas and Natalie, who will share in this marriage. The gathering of this new family will have a deep influence upon them. And we realize that in order for the home to be a happy one, it's essential that there be love and understanding between all members of the family. Lucas and Natalie, you can pick up your container of sand. Did you want to put yours in first or theirs in first? Okay, well let Shawndra and Michael pour theirs in first.
And then now Lucas and Natalie.
Go ahead.
Perfect.
Just as these grains of sand can never be separated or poured again into the individual containers, so will your marriage and family be.
Go ahead.
Thank you, guys. The couple is chosen to write their own vows.
Let me do it first. Sure? You can make it through it. Mike, I will love you means that I accept you for the person that you are. It means that I do not expect perfection from you, just as you do not expect perfection from me. It means that I love you and stand with you even through the worst of times. It means that I love you when you're in a bad mood or tired and do not want to do the things I want to do. It means loving you when you're down, not just when you're fun to be with. I love you means that I know your deepest secrets and you do not judge me for my deepest secrets. It means that I care enough for you to fight for what we have, and I love even not to let go. It means thinking of you, dreaming of you, wanting you, needing you constantly. You're my rock, you're my best friend, and most of all, the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. You've become a great role model for Lucas and Natalie, showing them that a man can love their mommy just the way they love me. As we become a family, I ask that you promise to always be there not only for me, but for Lucas and Natalie, to listen to them, to advise them, and love them until the end of our days. I look forward with great joy to spend the rest of my life with you, caring you, nurturing you, and being there for you all life has for us. I love you.
Shawndra, you're my best friend, my lover. You're the most compassionate woman. You're a great friend, a good mother, nurturer. And I just can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I gotta look.
Okay.
I tried to memorize my vows, and I just kind of snagged up on it. I had to pull up the phone to get the second half.
Oh, on his iPhone, of course.
You go to the ends of the earth for your friends and family. You're the most beautiful person I've ever met, inside and out. When we first met, we both had been through a lot. And at first our journey was rocky, but we made it through. Now we continue this journey as one, and like I said, I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you.
May I have the ring?
Michael, I'll have you go first. And as you place the ring on Shawndra's left hand, repeat after me.
My hands are really swollen.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our vows.
as a symbol of our vows.
With all that I am,
With all that I am,
all that I have,
all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
Sorry. Here, let me do it.
Shawndra, as you place the ring on Michael's left hand, repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of our vows.
as a symbol of our vows.
With all that I am,
With all that I am,
all that I have,
all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I thee wed.
I thee wed. Go for it. A little swollen.
Sweaty.
A short reading from Corinthians says that love is always patient and kind. It is never jealous. It is never boastful or conceited. It is never rude or selfish. It does not take offense and is not resentful. Love takes no pleasure in other people's faults, but delights in the truth. It is always ready to excuse, to trust, to hope. It is always ready to endure whatever comes. True love does not come to an end. Love bears all things, believes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. May God grant to you, Shawndra and Michael, such a blessing on your marriage. May there be truth and understanding between you. May you enjoy length of days, fulfillment of hopes, peace and contentment of mind. May God bless and keep you in your celebrating today and in your living and loving of every day of your lives. You have declared before all of us that you will live on together in marriage. You've made special promises to each other, which have been symbolized by the joining of hands, the taking of vows, and the promise in the symbol of exchanging rings. With your family and friends' blessing, I declare your marriage as husband and wife. Before I pronounce the couple, I'm going to take her flowers back so she has those. And then I also want to ask people to stay seated after the wedding party exits, as the bride and groom will be greeting you inside. So, now that the ceremony is over and the experience of living day by day is promised, go and meet it gladly. It is my honor to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Michael and Shawndra Sullivan. Michael, you may please
Well, we were originally going to go to a park in Stoughton, and then my photographer called the inn across the street from the church.
We decided to go shoot across the street there.
So we went over to there, and then we go down, and there's a bunch of chickens and roosters that were gawking and screaming, at us.
The first fence we were up against, there was some roosters crowing while we were getting our photos taken. It was pretty funny. Kind of nice country scenery.
And of course all the bugs because of the cow manure and all the other things. Then we get out to the meadow on the bridge, and that's where all the bugs started to come in to my dress because there's an overlay on it. And I had my bridesmaids underneath grabbing all the bugs out. So.
All right, Natalie, I want you to give your brother a big smackaroo on the cheek. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Come on.
But otherwise it was perfect. The day was perfect. We went down to the railroad.
2, 3.
The old railroad depot here in Stoughton, and took pictures down there, so I'm excited to see what they look like.
I think that was the end. Oh wait, you got your bridegroom, Michael Shawndra.
What did I say? I don't remember what I said.
You forgive me.
I forgive you, Pony. Yes.
All right. Thanks a lot, people. Rock and roll. I just winged it. I didn't write nothing down.
I just want to say I knew this day was going to happen from the moment she told me about Mike. And she kept telling me, oh no, we're not going to get married. It's just a piece of paper. But I guess now they know that it's just not a piece of paper. I'm really happy that they are together. They make a perfect couple. They've been through so much, both of them. I think together they are stronger. I know when they first probably met, I know Shawndra was really weak, and I'm sure Mike was too, because of things that he's been through. And together they just really overcome a lot, and they're just a really strong couple. So, Mike, I want to thank you so much for treating my best friend as wonderful as you do. And I wish y'all nothing but happiness. Congratulations.
Lacey.
I taught Shawndra how to country dance. I'm from Texas, obviously. But that song was popular when we were stay-at-home moms, and it's just one of our favorite songs that we like to listen to. So, yeah.
Oh, that was pretty impressive.
Thanks. Thanks.
I didn't expect that.
Really?
You're really twirling around.
Yeah. Well, if you saw me and my husband, we really, yeah. We have in Texas. They flip them. They do all kinds. It's called the jitterbug. Yeah.
Mike is probably one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life. He's helped me move twice, and nobody ever helps anyone move twice. They don't want to do it one time. The last time he helped me move 250 miles south to Illinois. First time, just Madison to Edgerton. It's like 30 miles, but still a pain in the ass. It was 4 weeks ago, so he's 4 weeks prior to this date. He's got enough on his mind. He drove my that with a trailer hook behind it. I drove a 26-foot U-Haul, went 250 miles south to Illinois, and he was the only person that was there to help me unload the U-Haul and all the cars. So it's just me and Mike. It was like, we're not big people, but we got it all done. We got all the boxes in the right rooms, and the next morning I drove him back to Wisconsin 250 miles. He helped me load the trailer in the car one more time, and that was the last load of stuff, and then he got in his car and left. I worked with him for about 4 or 5 years at NET, and then whenever he took a state job, then I took a state job about a year later, and we ended up working together downtown, but different agencies. So first 7 years I've worked with him and been a great friend.
All right. Is there anything you want to say directly to the couple?
Oh God, yeah, they're awesome. They're gonna be happy forever.
I love y'all, and I'm just so happy that everything all came together and the day was perfect.
Mike's a great guy, and Shawndra will be able to keep him in control. You know, Mike will spend all of his money on electronics because he loves electronics because they're neat. And he made her a phone charger, I think it was, out of a Altoids container. Yeah, he's just like, this is cool, watch. And he went home and he soldered in pieces and he's making stuff, and that was her gift. But yeah, he'll always surprise her. He'll always, wow her. She's got enough like drive to go forward, and like she's like takes over. Mike, you're passive, you know it. Shawndra will control you, and you'll love it, and you'll love her. So they know it. It's cool. But yeah, Mike will always be one of my really good friends. He helps me move deer stands, and he doesn't hunt. He's just always there. You give him a call. Hey, Mike, what are you doing? All right. It's cool.
Congratulations on your wedding, and now that Mike's my stepdad, now I can call him my stepdad now, not saying all that other stuff.
Groomsmen in the wedding, just want to say congratulations to Sully and Shawndra. Sweet wedding, really fun, had a great time.
Love you both.
Love you guys. Sorry I forgot the ring, Shawndra. Don't hate me forever.
It was really fun.
Was it?
I liked it, like walking my mom down the aisle and all that.
Yeah.
I liked, because when we walked in, everybody stand up, looked at her, and looked at me also. Yeah, the same thing was kind of fun with you too, because I dipped yours and yours fell off.
I'm really happy, and I'm glad I married Shawndra, and I'm happy with her and her kids, and now they're my kids, and yeah, I'm glad to have that life with them.
There are 2 children, Lucas and Natalie, who will share in this marriage. The gathering of this new family will have a deep influence upon them. And we realize that in order for the home to be a happy one, it's essential that there be love and understanding between all members of the family.
Well, we had 7 kids in our family, and Shawndra's dad was one of them, and we were all really close. And when the children were all young, they were, together all the time, and we spent a lot of time watching everybody's kids grow up. And Shawndra was always, special to us. We enjoyed her. I'm very proud of her. She's done a whole lot with her life, and I'm very proud of her. I love her with all my heart. She's very special to me.
I agree. Shawndra and Mike, no, I don't say much, so I'll let Vicki do the talking.
Well, I watch them. I watch Mike and Shawndra together, and I just feel like she has what a lot of people are looking for, and a lot of people, Louie and I have it, and I can just look at them and see the love that they have for each other, and I'm so happy for her and so happy for Mike, and they make a beautiful family. I know they have a lot of happy years together. What?
Gotta learn to
He's
agree
sweat.
once in a while too.
Yeah, well,
I got wait.
I'm more verbal than him. He's quiet. He's a silent, strong type. So,
Sometimes it pays not to say too much.
are you telling this to Mike?
Yeah.
Been looking forward to this ever since he and Shawndra got together.
Mike and Shawndra both gone through a lot of really hard times, and they both probably waited a really long time to find the right person, and I'm totally convinced that they are the right person for each other, and I'm just so glad they're together, and I'm so happy for both of them. It's just a really, really wonderful day to celebrate.
No, I just wish them a lot of joy and happiness in their lives, and I see them as a family with the children, and I have no doubt that they will have a long, happy life together. They're going to be a couple that makes it.
It's been neat to see, ever since Michael and Shawndra got together, and that meant Michael getting together with Lucas and Natalie also, and how they've taken to him, and how he's taken to them and made them part of his life, and they just seem to adore him, and he likewise, and it's been neat to also see that their birth father is still very much in their lives in a positive way. I think it's been really good to see that those kids seem to come first in Shawndra and Mike's life, and that their dad, their birth father, still has a really good relationship with them, and they with him. That's a super situation. The kids come first, and I think Shawndra and Mike show that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that, it's a wonderful thing to see Mike be a dad to the kids. He's wonderful with the kids. They respect him, they love him, and I know that he loves them. And maybe it's a neat coincidence, but tomorrow's Father's Day. So whenever he's watching this, I'm really, really proud and really happy to say to you, Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. Happy Father's Day, Mike. We love you. You know that. We're very, very proud of you. We've seen you, from day one, obviously, and you've grown tremendously in the last 10 years, and we're so proud of that, and we're so happy to see you've met a lady like Shawndra that you want to share your life with, and she with you. It just makes us so happy and so proud.
Ditto. I don't know what else to say except we're so happy for both of you, and we love you, and we're so glad that you're together, and this has been a wonderful day. It's a great day. It's a great day to celebrate. It really is a celebration. This is a celebration. You're together. You're doing what you want to do. You're with the people that you want to be with, and that's fantastic. I love that for both of you. I really do.
Any advice on marriage?
We kind of talked about yesterday our marriage, and kids can be a challenge in marriage, and the kids won't always be there. So, the two things you fight about most in most marriages is money and kids. So just remember, keep that in the back of your mind.
Love one another, respect one another. Much of what you said in your vows today, if you follow that.
It means that I love you and stand with you even through the worst of times.
You'll do well. you feel like you're best friends now. If it's really working, you'll be that way 40 years later.
And that you don't always have to like each other, because we didn't always like each other, but we always loved each other. And if you always kind of keep that, and when we fought, we always cooled off, and we never said anything to each other that we would want to take back. What do you have to say about that, Louie?
I agree.
Dad's right. You know, you think you're best friends today, it only gets better. Sometimes it gets worse. Sometimes it's tough. It's okay if it's tough. Just don't forget that you love each other. Don't forget what you said to each other today. Don't forget that. You know, if we can give you advice, don't forget today. Don't forget what you said. You know, because you really need to put it into practice. And I know that you've done that already because you've been together a while. You know, your dad and I have been, Mike's dad and I have been lucky enough and blessed enough to be together for 40 years. And that's the most wonderful thing in the world. It's something to be proud of. It's something to just celebrate too. And, you know, the best thing that I could wish for you guys is to have 40 years together or 50 years together and be able to look back on that and say that's great. Oh, well, where did that go? That went like a minute. Where did all that time go? You know, and really mean that. And I wish with all my heart for you guys what Sean and I have. And if you have that, you got it all. You really do.
Baby, I love you, and you did really well. I thank you for planning everything and doing what you did. I love you so much. You really did. I couldn't ask for a better woman. I love you so much.
I love you, Mike. I'm excited to spend the rest of my life with you, and look forward to everything that is coming in our future and being a family with Lucas and Natalie and you being their stepdad. I love you.